All right, today we're flipping through the cards of not BetaEarth. All right, so right here I've got all the unique cards in the front. These are all the copies in the back for deck building. We'll flip through them, check them out. BetaEarth on GameCrafter now. GameCrafter, and just look up BetaEarth, one word. Here we go. We got Abductor, Alien Tyrant, creature type. Yeah, creature type with the blue border. The first stat, like, these first three, they're all attacks. So whenever you swing, you can swing with either one of these numbers. Yellow's energy consumption, red is something, green is strength, and blue is the intellect, so that's kind of like the defense. You can only use it as a defense stat. But yeah, in the defense step. Alright, but this guy, Abductor, Alien Tyrant, and a lot of these characters, they have different personas after the dash. So sometimes you can swap them out and different kind of interesting stuff. But anyway, Abductor, Alien Tyrant, worth 75 points of your starting 100 points that you can have on the board. 6364. Once per turn, target non-AI character / ally is X in combat, and Abductor gains X life, where X is equal to target's printed stamina. Your strength is mine, and the stamina's the stamina is the health in the orange box. So there we go. So you can give something 5 or whatnot. Make something have a stat of 5. Right, then we got Abductor Gene Splicer, 50 pointer, 3266. Once per turn, you may A, discard one card to move Snatcher from discard or out of play to hand, or B, boost up to 2 Snatchers you control. And the flavor text. Right, AI unit, 71763, adaptive, 60 pointer, 3554. Once per any player's turn, you may discard one card to copy card text of any one character in play and gain +1 combat until end of turn. AI unit 71763 prime, 25 pointer, 4353. If it would be discarded for any reason, you may instead discard from play one AI model Series A or AI model Series B. Kane, Rogue Smuggler, 30 pointer, 1844. Your successful cargo runs are an additional 3 points, and when played, search for one hard hologram disguise. 18444. Kane, Reluctant Hero, 50 pointer, 3842. Once during main step or at beginning of any battle, you may swap one equipment on Kane with any one from hand or draw deck. Epitomous Rex, 30 pointer, 1134. May not be targeted by opponent's card effects, and 3 times per game may discard hand and draw back up to current hand size. Counselor Moondala, 45 pointer, 1125. Like that art there. She got the crow, a nightgown on. Well, I mean, a formal gown with not on. While in play, council members don't count against ally limit. Also, opponent must discard one card to initiate any battle. 2 against Moondala. She got weak stats, but she makes the opponent discard to swing into anybody, but discard 2 to swing into her. Right? Then we got Felix, Burned by Sin, 15 pointer, 1126. While in play, you must play open-handed. However, card draw at end of turn is +1. Usually you draw 1 card at the end of the turn. Felix, Head of R&D, 20 pointer, 1126. Once per turn, you may peek at the top X +1 cards of your deck, where X equals the total number of lab technicians on table. Draw any revealed AI cards. General Riker. Not Commander Riker. 5-star, 30 pointer. 1544. Swift. While in play, your servicemen are combat +2. Also may discard 1 card to search draw deck for 1 lockdown. 4 stamina. Hip Arrow, public figure, 40-pointer, 1438. When played, you may search for one Monica or one mobile force field. Also, your played blackmail and corporate espionage cards are cycled. I think they go to the bottom of the deck instead of the discard. Cycle. Hip Arrow, Psychotic Ego, 50-pointer, 2536. Once per turn, you may boost up to 2 cards in play. 4 stamina. Liz, Twisted AI, 15-pointer. Inhabit linked. If you control no hosts, may search for one. If Tess is on table, Liz's point total reduced to 0, and her host is attack +2. So I think somehow you can set it up to where you get to play Liz for free at the beginning of the game, or maybe during the game as well. 3 intelligence. Right. Then we got mainframe, godlike, big 80-pointer, which is godlike, 8244. Play of EMP may not be countered by opponent. Once per turn, may discard 5 cards to destroy target equipment or event. 6 stamina. Mainframe dejected, 15-pointer, 1125. Once per turn, may cycle 1 card from hand to draw 3 cards. Discard 1, keep the rest. 3 stamina. Monica, homicidal aid, 25-pointer. All right, come on, get the leather bound chicken there. Come on. All right, yeah. Hey, all right. Homicidal aid, Monica, 25 points. 1734. If your hippo is wounded, discarded, or removed from play, she may immediately make 1 attack, even if exhausted. Swift, which means whenever you strike them, they don't counterattack. 4 stamina. Stratosphere, Refugee, 50-pointer, 1582. Combat plus X, where X equals the number of cards played by both players in the turn. Max +5. 6 stamina. Susan, martial artist, 25-pointer, 1634. Damage taken is reduced by 1. Also, when counterattacking with fighting skill, she does so at +3. 4 stamina. Susan, councilman, 15-pointer, 1324. Allies you control are attributes +1. Also, when Susan would take any amount of damage, her allies may instead. And these hexagons, they're called attributes. Susan, latent psionic, 30-pointer, 5234. Once per turn, you may peek at X cards in opponent's deck or hand, where X equals her energy manipulation, which is the yellow attribute. Tess, semi-corporeal, 20-pointer, 4223. She only takes damage from energy manipulation attacks. And nifty. Tess, sentient AI. Just with the 3 intelligence. Inhabit, which is if you're in the outside of play, you can control somebody on the in-play area. And linked. And host is combat +1. Also, if host is ever discarded, may immediately relocate to new host, if available. If none, cycle her to the bottom of the deck. Wraith, rival CEO, 10-pointer, 1123. Once per turn, you may discard 1 card to draw 2. Wraith, mutated thing, 40-pointer, 5251. Once per turn, may discard 1 card to rearrange attribute values of target character. Effect remains while you control Wraith and may be done after assignment phase. Big old 8 stamina. That's it for the characters. Like I say, you get 100 points of characters on the table at the beginning of the game. Now, on to the equipment, which are played and immediately equipped to a character. The purple dot means it's unique. You can only have 1 of them in the deck and or the setup. Well, and the setup. All right, Amadeus, lowly fighter, firefighter, freighter, not fighter. Host, if piloted, has 3 attack, 4 defense, 6 health, and enclosed. Enclosed doesn't mean anything inherently, but some cards make the word enclosed mean something. Cargo run draws are +1, +2 if piloted by Tess or Kane. Auxiliary Battlesuit may be equipped to ally. Equipped character / ally gains combat +1 and stamina +1. Brass Knuckles. Combatants damaged by equipped character do not ready during their controller's next turn and are -1 defense until end of turn. Bulletproof Vest. Equipped character may move up to 1 point of damage that would be taken to Bulletproof Vest. Once 4 points of damage have been moved this way, discard Bulletproof Vest. Concussion Grenade. Discard to exhaust target character and return up to 2 opposing allies to owner's hand, limit 2. Data card. Once per turn, may peek at 1 random card from opponent's hand or top card of draw deck, of any draw deck. Dual laser pistols. Equipped character is +2 to all attacks and counterattacks. Also may attack, counterattack twice in a single round of combat. Eskrima sticks. Equipped character's defense is +1 and deals +3 damage when counterattacking. Energy barrier. Target, location, or event may not be targeted or affected by opponent's game effects. The Matrix. Full auto rifle. Equipped character is attack +2 and deals 1 damage to all opposing allies / characters in play before damage is resolved. Limit 2. Hard hologram disguise. Equipped character may discard one card to negate effect targeting them, but they are removed from play for remainder of turn unless equipped character is Kane. Limit 1. Holographic Emitter may discard 1 card to prevent equipped character from being attacked this turn. Mystical Stone. Equipped character's printed energy manipulation attribute becomes 8. Limit 1. Yeah. A mobile force field. Equipped character is defense +1 and any damage taken is reduced by 1. Limit 2. Multi-spectrum lenses. Top card of opponent's deck is always face up. Also, once per turn, you may discard a card to reveal opponent's hand. Prototype Serum. Choose fighting skill, strength, or intellect. Chosen status +3 while equipped with Serum. Limit 2. Retractable sword may be equipped as an interrupt in response to a battle being initiated. Also may not be targeted by opponent's effects. Equipped character's combat is +2. Limit 2. Satellite grid. Play on table unequipped. Once per turn, you may exhaust to look through opponent's deck and discard 1 character or ally. Limit 1. Semi-auto pistol. Equipped is +2 attack / counterattack and may discard 1 card to apply damage inflicted against an opponent twice. Shrapnel Grenade. Discard to deal 2 damage to and exhaust target character / ally. Limit 2. Switchblade. If equipped character deals damage, add 2 to that damage. Two-way earpiece. Equipped characters gain length. Right, that's it for the equipment. Going into the allies. They are the weaker, generally, characters. A1 model series A with 1 attack, 2 defense. Hosts may discard to satisfy the requirement of any 1 game effect. 1 stamina. AI model series B, 2 attack, 1 defense. Host at any time may discard from play to give target character combat +1 for remainder of battle. 1 stamina. Corsair, 2/2. Opponent's cargo run and high-tech heist draws are -1 per Corsair you control. 1 stamina. Council member, 1/1. Exhaust to reduce any damage to a character by 1 for every council member you control. 1 stamina. Enforcer, 3/2. Exhaust to redirect all damage from any 1 source to this enforcer. 2 stamina. Lab Tech, 1/1. When you draw a card, you may exhaust Lab Tech to draw an extra card, 1 stamina. Possessed AI, 2/1. When played, deal 1 damage to target character/ally or to opposing player, 1 stamina. Serviceman, 2/2. Discard from play to force opponent to discard 1 random card from hand or draw deck. Opponent's choice, 1 stamina. Snatcher, 2/3. When this Snatcher attacks, may discard 1 card to move target character/ally in combat to controller's out of play area until start of their next turn. 2 stamina. Those things from Stranger Things. Alright. Now going to the red cards, which are the interrupts and the events. If it's an interrupt, it'll say interrupt right there. Bureaucratic red tape. When opponent would draw a card, peek at top 2 cards of their deck, place 1 on bottom of draw deck, and return the other to the top. Banish the Soul event. Remove target character from play. Discard event if character returns to play. Also, if Barren Waste of Soul in play, target takes 1 point of damage at end of every player's turn while out of play. Limit 1. It's done. Broken Blade interrupt. Discard target equipment card not named Amadeus. Okay. Bag Full of Tricks event. Once per turn, reveal card from hand. You may then search your deck from top to bottom and put first matching card type you find into hand. Blackmail interrupts. Cards played by opponent must be cycled unless they transfer to health. Bench Press interrupts. If character successfully attacked, blocked, or counterattacked with strength, target character/ally is exhausted for X turns where X equals the difference, minimum 1. From now on, when it says character/ally, I'm just going to say unit. Say unit. All right. Crippled by Revelation event. Opponent must pay 2 health each time they wish to play an ally, and 1 health anytime they wish to play any other card from hand. Cries of the Innocent interrupts. Deal X damage directly to opponent where X equals the number of allies in both players' discard piles. Collateral damage interrupts. After combat resolves, play to inflict 3 points of damage among any number of opposing character units. Corporate Espionage interrupts. Opponent must immediately cycle their hand, reshuffle and draw the same number of cards. Then you choose 1 card from new hand to be discarded. Cargo Run interrupts. Peek at the top X cards of deck where X equals any number from 1 to 6. Place face up out of play. Play any equipment found this way and score points as follows. Limit 1 or unique, 8 points. Limit 2 equals 40 points. No limit equals 2 points. Then reshuffle, draw deck. Limit 1. I think 20 points will win you the game, but doesn't quite say on here though. Right. Then we got Deal with the Devil event. Once per turn, you may discard top card of draw deck to either A, draw 2 cards, B, give target character unit combat +1 until end of turn, or C, gain 2 health. Divert and interrupt. Shift target of attack or game effect to new target of your choice. Both targets must be controlled by the same player. EMP event. Card text of all opponents' equipment and location cards are blank. During their turn, they must pay 2 health or discard 1 card to restore the text of any 1 card affected. Discard event once all affected cards are restored. Limit 1. Fuel the Project event. Sweet art there. Destroy 1 card in your out of play area or any player's discard to boost 1 +1/+1 counter, kind of like counter unit you control. Limit 1. Fueled by Ambition event. Once per turn, you may pay 1 life to draw 1 card. High Tech Heist. Requisite. Intelligence 8. Event. Once per turn, discard 2 cards from your hand to look at the top 6 cards in opponent's deck. Put into hand 1 equipment. Discard once 5 are acquired this way. Hunted. Event. Play on target character. Their text is blank every turn unless controller discards 3 cards or loses 2 health. If they do both, then discard this event. Limit 1. On the run. Hunker Down. Interrupt. If you control an enclosed card, you may remove from play any number of your units for remainder of turn. Heroic Sacrifice. Event. Shift all damage from a single source to unit of your choice. Rocky Horror Picture Show / Jesus. Impromptu Tactics. Interrupt. Discard any number of cards from hand, then draw up to current hand size. Latent Abilities. Interrupt. Target character's printed attribute of 2 or less becomes 6 for the remainder of the turn. He's over 9,000. Lockdown. Interrupt. No cards may be played by either player for the remainder of the turn. Medical Attention. Interrupt. Restore 2 points of health / stamina to target player, character, or ally. Mano y Mano. Event. Target 2 characters, 1 controlled by you and 1 controlled by opponent. Until either one leaves play, they may only battle each other and do so alone. Time we end this. Out of Obscurity. Interrupt. Play or target ally. They become a character for a remainder of game with a 0 point total. Attack becomes fighting skill. Defense becomes strength. Gained 1 energy manipulation and 2 intellect. Stamina is +2. Outwit. Interrupts. If character successfully blocked with intellect, opponent discards cards from his hand equal to the difference. Minimum 1. Outmaneuver. Interrupts. If character successfully attacked, blocked, or counterattacked with fighting skill, target character ally is -X to combat until end of your next turn, where X equals difference. Minimum 1. I think fighting skill is the red. Presumed Dead. Interrupts. Place this card out of play to move any 1 character / ally from your discard pile or out of play area to your hand. Limit 1. Purge the System. Interrupts. Purge Facebook. Delete it. Discard up to 5 cards from your draw deck or your out of play area. Reconnected. Interrupts. Place out of play to move any 1 non-character / ally card from discard pile to hand. Rank upon rank. Interrupts. Target ally is combat +1 for every copy of targeted ally you control. Rallying Call. Interrupts. You may play as many allies as you want this turn, or all allies you control this turn are combat +1. Rechanneling. Interrupts. If characters successfully attacked, blocked, or counterattacked with energy manipulation, deal damage to opponent equal to the difference. Minimum 1. Right. Superhuman Endurance. Event. Requisite Strength 8. Once per turn, whenever damage would be dealt, it may be redirected to this card instead. Event discarded after 10 plus damage has been Event discarded after 10 plus damage has been redirected this way. Limit 1. Scramble the Airwaves. Interrupt. Play to prevent the use of 1 event or location targeted for use for remainder of turn. Standing Ovation. Event. Once per turn, name a card type. Peek at the top card. If card type was named, draw that card. May repeat process until card type is incorrectly named or current hand size reached. Right. System Hack. Interrupts. Requisite. Intelligence 6. Cut opponent's deck and discard cut 2. And discard card cut 2. Okay. Cut opponent's deck and discard card cut 2. Okay, yeah, discard the one card that is cut to. Spoils of War event. Gain 2 life or cycle top 2 cards of discard pile whenever you win combat. Limit 1. Telekinetically deatomize event requisite. Um, energy manipulation 8 twice per game. 3 if you control mainframe godlike. You may discard top 10 cards of draw deck to destroy 1 card in play. Discard after final use. Limit 1. Transformation interrupts. You may cycle 1 persona you control to search for a matching character or give target character +2 to any one attribute until end of turn. Timely intervention interrupts. Cycle 1 card from hand to search for 1 card of matching card type from draw deck. Top to bottom upgrade interrupts. Cool space dock right there. Discard 2 cards from hand to boost target equipment you control. Unparalleled skill event requisite fighting skill 8. Whenever damage is dealt during an attack or counterattack, you may discard 1 card to add 2 damage. Discard event after you've exhausted your draw pile. Limit 1. Okay. Then, which is going to be a tad bit over 30 minutes. We got 3 more stacks over here. Locations. Souls Barren Wastes. Some little alien pods looks like right there. Yeah. The Zerg or whatnot. Your Wraith does not have to discard to rearrange attributes and is combat +1. Any player may discard 3 cards to search draw deck for 1 banished to soul. Hanger 88. If your Cane is played as a starting card, then play from draw deck Amadeus, lowly freighter during setup. Also, any player may discard 1 card to search for 1 Corsair or cargo run. Interesting. Depends on how you set it up. Pentagon 2386. Your General Riker and Servicemen are combat +1. Also, any player may discard 1 card from hand to search for 1 Serviceman. Enforcer Staging Grounds. Your Enforcers and Hipporo are combat +1. Also, once per turn, any player may discard 1 card from hand to search for 1 Enforcer. Dark Side of the Moon. Your Snatchers and Abductors are combat +1. Also, any player may discard or remove from play 1 card from hand to search for 1 Snatcher. Caltech 2386. Whenever you play an equipment card, draw 1 card. Also, any player may discard 2 cards from hand to search their draw deck for any 1 equipment card. Still one of the best schools around. Man, this looks like Wayside High. Kinda like if anybody remembers that little paper thing you used to get in school, this where you ask your parents to get the books for you. Wayside High. I did my book report on that like every year. Wayside High. Leave it in the comments if you remember that Wayside High. The Vault enclosed. Your standard hand size is 10. Also, any player may discard 1 card to search draw deck for 1 hunker down. Corporate headquarters. Man, do they have that building in Dubai? Yep, if that building's anywhere, it's probably in Dubai. Alright, you may draw 1 additional card at the end of your turn. Also, once per turn, any player may glance at the bottom card of draw deck and then may replace it with any 1 card from hand. Home Dimension. Stargate. Your mainframe and possessed AI are combat +1. Any player may discard 1 card to search their draw deck for 1 possessed AI. Council Chambers. Counselor Mundala and council members are combat +1. Also, any player may discard 1 card to search for 1 council member. Research and Development Center. Once per turn, any player may discard a card from hand to search for 1 lab tech or AI model Series A/A1 or Series B. If player who did not control Felix, if player who did so doesn't control Felix, they may search for any 2 instead. Okay. That's it for the locations. Whoa. All right, now for the co-op stuff with the horizontal characters. Hipero from Behind the Curtains, 15 points per player, so four players, there's got to be 60-point boss. The deck Tech Savvy, add all these cards. When first interrupt is revealed from boss hand, discard interrupts, boost ally / character he controls with lowest total attributes, then play next card from boss hand, never attack or counter attacks, and always defends with intellect of 8. Threshold is 7. Kane, Smuggler Extraordinaire, 15 points per player. Tech Savvy deck, when first interrupt is revealed from boss hand, discard interrupt cycle, random equipment equipped to Kane to search for the first equipment found this way, play equipment immediately, then play next card from boss hand. Always attacks and counterattacks when a fighting skill of 8 and defends with the strength of 4. His threshold is 4. Stratosphere Refugee Warrior, 25 per player. Deck Disruption, add Superhuman Endurance, 2 of them. Impromptu Tactics, 6 of them. Mano y Mano, 2 of them. Stratosphere is combat +1 for every card played by all players, max +5. During a turn, for remainder of turn, he attacks and counterattacks with 8 strength and defends with 4 fighting skill. His threshold is 3. Snatcher Beta Spawn. When played, target player ally is destroyed in Snatcher Beta combat +X for remainder of game. Yeah, so this isn't a boss, this is just a character when it doesn't have the blue little aqua box in it. Alright, when played, target player ally is destroyed in Snatcher Beta combat +X for remainder of game, where X is equal to the destroyed ally's highest attribute. Attacks and counterattacks with the strength of 5 and defends with a fighting skill of 5. Stamina is 4. Counselor Mundala, senior member. Players must discard 1 card to initiate an attack. 2 if that attack is against Mundala. Also, player hand size is decreased by 1. She attacks and counterattacks with the fighting skill, with 2 fighting skill, and defends with 4 intellect. Her stamina is 3. Susan, Hero to the People, a boss, 15 per player. Minion Swarm deck. Allies, Susan controls are attributes +1. She attacks and counterattacks with 6 fighting skill and defends with 5 energy manipulation, +2 if attacking player has 3 or more cards in hand. Her threshold is 6 and combat is +2 when counterattacking. Tess, one-of-a-kind character. Inhabit linked, and if current host is discarded for any reason, move her to another host boss controls. If none, return to her boss hand. Also, Amadeus, she pilots, is combat +2. Has intellect +3. So these are the boss's characters, I take it. Yeah. Abductor, alien geneticist. 20 per player, deck Minion Swarm. When first interrupt is revealed from boss hand, discard interrupt and take 1 random card from any discard pile or out of play and place it face down on table. Counts as a boss controlled copy of the Snatcher ally. Play another card from boss hand, attack and counterattacks with an energy manipulation of 6 and defends with an intellect of 6. Threshold is 5. Monica, Devoted Lover. Man, what's a Monica song? I mean, all I can think of is Brandy songs right now. Alright, but anyway, Swift, if Hipporo is wounded, she will attack player, causing the damage, even if she's exhausted. Also, she bypasses player allies when attacking. Monica attacks and counterattacks with a fighting skill of 7 and defends with an intellect of 4. Her stamina is 4. Mainframe, Avatar of Destruction, 20 points per player. Deck Disruption. When first interrupt is revealed from boss hand, discard interrupt and then destroy one random event or equipment a player controls. Always attacks with an 8 energy manipulation and defends with 6 intellect. Its threshold is 4. Right, then we got the event cards. Purple cards. 4 of those. Spark the Revolution. Alright, condition. Allies discarded from play will inflict 1 point of damage to controller's health. 2 if controlled by player. Win, boss's health is reduced to 0. Loss, all players' health is reduced to 0. Then we got enter arch nemesis. Condition, 1 randomly selected player is the boss's arch nemesis and attacks directed at either one of them are +1. When arch nemesis reduces boss's health to 0, lost arch nemesis is reduced to 0 health by the boss. War of attrition. Condition, damage dealt by any attack is reduced by 1. When boss deck is depleted a second time. Lost condition, the second depletion of a player's draw deck. And for the last card, Unlisted Cargo. Let's read the flavor text. Item number 17338 was left off the manifest for a reason by certain interested parties. What it's for or why, no one knows, but you're certain it needs to be in your hands. Condition, place top card of boss's deck face down and off to the side as item number 17338 under control of the boss. Any damage done to the boss or players will move the item to the other side. Win. Player controls the item when boss's health reaches 0. Lost condition. Boss controls the item when any player's health reaches 0. Alright. We have flipped through the cards. Check out BetaEarth on GameCrafter. And don't be beta. Alright.